It's a lot going on with Dr. Umar, man. It's a lot going on with Dr. Umar, and it's time to get to the bottom of it. I want to know what's going on. I want to know what's going on, and how do y'all feel about Dr. Umar Johnson? Now, I was doing some research, and I read a lot. You know, um, I just want to let more people get on so we can have a dialogue. You know what I mean? But until then, my book is out. I'm Mastering Mental Health, Volume 1. You are not alone. My book is out today on Amazon. Mastering Your Mental Health, Volume 1. You are not alone. All right? I co-written the book with Master P, Tiana Von Johnson, Darren Hitson from Soul Food, the series Soul Food, and a series of other authors. My chapter is chapter 1, called Trauma Baby. So tap in, man. You can get it on Amazon or you can connect with me. But I want to talk about this because I'm tired of people picking and choosing who they want to pick on, right? I'm tired of people, it's like, okay, we could go at Dr. Umar Johnson, but we don't want to go at Black Lives Matter. We could go at Dr. Umar Johnson, but we don't want to talk about the guys that were scamming people in 2020, taking people money, old people money, and doing what they doing with it. Now, this is not saying scammers, or any scammer that you want to pick. I don't care what type of scammer it is. This doesn't negate the fact that you're a scammer if this is the case, right? But let's stop picking and choosing who we want to direct our issues with. We've been getting scammed by the banks for years. Ain't nobody talking about that. We've been getting scammed by the school district, the public school districts. Ain't nobody talking about that. We've been getting scammed from the corner stores. Ain't nobody talking about that. But as soon as a person like Dr. Umar Johnson is asking for donations, asking for money, whether you want to say he's begging for money or asking for money, it's a big problem. Half of y'all be begging by yourselves anyway. Half of y'all be begging anyway. A lot of y'all be behind the scenes begging. It'd be a lot of guys out here, a lot of people out here with money. I'm talking about a lot of money. And they always telling you, join join my class. I got a class for you, and I want you want to become a millionaire? Join my class. Join my class. Man, get the hell out of here with all that. Dr. Umar Johnson is, if not the best, he is one of our best Black scholars of the 21st century. A lot of y'all see, it's so crazy because I hear a lot of women say things like, oh, Black men don't protect me. Black men don't protect me. But every time I turn around, I hear Dr. Umar Johnson say things like, Black men need to be with Black women. Black men need to be with Black women. And I don't hear nobody praising that. Now, I know what y'all thinking. Oh, but what about the scamming part? Oh, no, I'm going to get to the scamming part. Trust me, I'm going to get to that. But when people say things like, oh, when women be like, yeah, black men don't protect black men don't protect black women. This man is an advocate of black men being with black women. He's a Pan-African. That means he's all around the globe of black people around the globe. That's what he stands for. Now, I know some people are going to say, but his daughter, and then there was allegations with this other woman. Listen, I'm not here to break that down because guess what? It's his story, her story, and then it's the truth. We all seen Cassidy. We all seen Cassidy, right? And we looked at Cassidy and was like, yeah, Cassidy is just a pretty girl and she would never, ever. Come to find out Cassidy wanted those jump offs. She wanted those freak offs. But everybody would look at Cassidy, or Cassie, why I couldn't call her Cassidy? Cassie, everybody would look at Cassie and be like, oh no, she's too pretty to be this way. It's no way Diddy was making her be this way. No, Cassie wanted those jump offs. So the same way, I'm not jumping in that situation with Dr. Umar Johnson and the significant other or whoever she was to him. I'm not jumping in that. Because we can sit around and believe that the girl is telling the truth and come to find out, no, Dr. Umar Johnson is telling the truth. Then we can go ahead and talk about his daughter, right? I don't know too much about his daughter. I wouldn't disrespect his daughter at all, right? But I'm not going to disrespect him and jump into my feelings and be like, oh yeah, Dr. Umar Johnson, your daughter said you wasn't doing this. Your daughter said you wasn't doing that. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. But what I do want to state is this, right? I really don't know what's going on with the school, but I want to talk about it. Because if I have to pick and choose who I'm going to ride with, I'm going to ride with Dr. Umar Johnson with this. Number one, do you know how much it costs to start a school? A private school. Do anybody know how much it costs to start a private school? Can anybody tell me? And yes, it depends on the size of the school, right? Hypothetically speaking, to start a private school costs you about $500,000 to about $5 million. I'm going to say this again. To start a private school, right, because it depends on the size of the school, costs you about $500,000 to $5 million, right? And now we got to deal with the permits. Right? We have to deal with the permits, right? Because guess what? You can't just say, oh, I want that building right there, and things are not in order, right? If things are not in order, they have to get fixed. See, I don't know if you guys ever owned anything, right? I'm just gonna start off with owning your own house. If you never owned your own house, then you wouldn't understand what it's like to own a building. And owning a house is just a small fraction, right? But when you own a house, you have to pay for everything. Let me say this again. When you own a house, you have to pay for everything. So when you say, okay, I want to build this house from the ground up. Once I build it from the ground up, I have to make sure that everything is to order in this residence. Certain residents are supposed to have certain classifications, right? So if you live in a suburban area, right, and let's say you got a big house and you sitting on like a couple acres, why do you think they don't build houses on their own acres? Because in that residence, it's not allowed. You'll be like, damn, this is a small house. Why they don't got Why you don't just build other houses or other apartments on the acres? Because it's not allowed. So going back to this school, if he has, or going back to owning your house, if the permit doesn't pass in your house, then guess what? You're gonna have to fix everything until it's done. You gotta make sure the rooms is right. You gotta make sure the closets is a nice size. You have to make sure the stairways is cool. You have to make sure everything is cool. This house is suitable to live in. For those who don't know, right? So now let's go to a building. It's even worse. You have to go in depth with this building, right? Is it suitable for people to do business here? Are the rooms a certain way? Is the bathroom a certain way? All of these things play a major part, right? If you don't meet the qualifications of the permit, then guess what? You're not going to be able to get this building up and running. I don't care how good it looks. Now, let's say you got the permits, everything, you meet standards of the permit, right? Now, you still got to pay utility bills, even if you're not in there. The lights got to be on. You can't walk around with no lights. Once you buy a building, you have to start, and you start working on it, and you got everything together, you have to start putting other things in there, the utilities and this and the third. Because guess what? If you don't, what's going on now is they're going to try to take it. They're going to try to take it. Trust me. You understand what I'm saying? They're going to try to take it, which obviously they're trying to do now because there's no action going into the school. Now, for some odd reason, this man owes $78,000 in taxes. I'm trying to calculate how long did he have this school. Let's see. His school and let's see right now. I'm about to see right now. I'm trying to see how long did he have his school. Because $78,000 in taxes is, based on available information, Dr. Umar Johnson, FDMG, International Leadership Academy for Boys, has never officially opened and operated. While Johnson acquired a school building in 2019. 2019. How much on the, all right, so let's say, all right, so now we're about to see how much are the taxes a month, because we got to start doing our research here. Because before we just start jumping into conclusions, okay, so regarding taxes, FDMG Academy, located in Wilmington, Delaware, has been registered as a tax-exempt 501c3 since April 2020. Since April of 2020. So why does he owe $78,000 in taxes? How much was the taxes? Because it says right here that he just he acquired the building in 2019. Well, he purchased the building in 2019. And the school became a tax-exempt 501c3 nonprofit organization since April 2020. What's going on here? See, and another thing about these schools, right? It takes more, it's more to it after that. You got technology. What type of technology is going to be in the building? Who's going to feed? First of all, yes, technology. What type of office space you going to have? Right? How are you feeding these children? Or do you want to have from K to 12, K to 8th grade, K to 6th grade? Like, what's the type of students do you want to have there? So when we're talking about, what he's doing with the money, it costs a lot to build a school, to start a private school. It costs a lot. They said, well, it's not really accurate, but they said, oh, Dr. Umar Johnson had hundreds of thousands donated to him. Some may say he had millions donated to him. Who knows? Because it's not a real accurate, it's no real accurate documentation. But it's funny to me how Black Lives Matter had so many people donating to them. I'm talking about Amazon, DoorDash, Facebook, Google, shit, the list goes on. Millions and millions. Some may say hundreds of millions. Big time celebrities donating to Black Lives Matter. And come to find out, these people been scheming, well, allegedly. Allegedly. Been scheming. So let's see, let's go to it. Let's go to it. Because I don't get it. We all pick and choose who's a scammer and who's not a scammer. Black Lives Matter lawsuits. And I'm just reading from this. Financial allegations against BLM, Global Network Foundation. In September 2020, Black Lives Matter grassroots, all right, a coalition of local chapters filed a lawsuit in Los Angeles County Superior Court. Oh, no. Maybe I meant, no. Okay, whoa. I'm on to something. Dealing mismanagement. Oh, so this is what's going on. Los Angeles County Superior Court accusing the BLM, GNF, and its board members, right, of financial improprieties. The suit alleged self-dealing, mismanagement of donations, and misuse of 6 million property of a 6 million property amongst other claims. Allegations also include that only 16 million of the millions raised had actually been distributed to grassroots chapters, raising questions about transparency. The I keep saying BMF. The BLM GNF responded by asserting that all payments were legally contracted, publicly documented on IRS Forms 990s, and transparently disclosed via their Transparency Center. Like, now, in June 2023, judge dismissed the lawsuit, deeming the plaintiff failed to establish entitlement to the funds. Come on now. They lost. They lost. Where's all the, oh, Black Lives Matter and y'all with scandals and y'all scammers and y'all did this, y'all did that? Where's it at? In May 2024, a jury ruled in favor of the city and the officers, finding no liability. Oh, that was something else. Like, come on. Why are we not talking about that? Do you know how many people donated to Black Lives Matter? Do you know how many people donated to Black Lives Matter? But we can't get not one celebrity, A-list celebrity at that, to actually say they donated to Dr. Umar Johnson way before all of this even took place. We can't even get not one major entity, one major corporation to say they donated to Dr. Umar Johnson way before all of this took place. See, what a lot of y'all do is take the easy route. Y'all take the easy route. It's easy to go at Dr. Umar Johnson. But I wonder why. Is it because these celebrities and these major entities, they're not allowed to donate to Dr. Umar Johnson? And people like Dr. Umar Johnson? That's all I want to know. The Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation. Wait a minute. They got to stop picking and choosing what's right, man. Like, for real. Y'all got to stop. Leave this man alone. This man has been on multiple black networks, multiple white networks, fighting for us, right? Perpetuating black love, black unity, what does Pan-African, what does Pan-African, because a lot of y'all don't know what that means. Being a Pan-African means I'm telling you, being a Pan-African, you are representation of all the black people around the world. Pan-African mean. So like I was saying, Pan-African, all right, refers to the idea and movement aimed at unifying and uplifting people of African descent around the world, culturally, politically, socially, economically, regardless of their national or ethnic background. So it's not like he's saying, well, I'm an African American and that's it. Well, I'm a Jamaican and that's it. Well, I'm a Haitian and that's it. Well, I'm a Dominican Republic. That's it. Well, I'm a Puerto Rican. Uh, well, I'm just African. He is saying any black person that's of African descent, he's with you and he wants to unify and uplift. But I get it. I get it. Trust me. I get it. I get it, man. I'm on his side. Chef, I'm on his side, Chef Troy. I'm definitely on his side, for sure. I'm on his side for sure. You got people, what's the guy name? Let me tell you how much this man raised. I'm on his side because I agree with creating our own. I agree, especially schools. Um, the public school system has failed us in so many ways, and it's a known fact that a lot of our kids are dropping out of school. A lot of our kids are not going to the next level. A lot of our kids, they're building prisons based off of third grade test scores. So him creating a school would be to me one of many around the world, right? And we need more black men. Only 1.6% of teachers in the public school system are black men, right? Um, and this is around the nation. Uh, this man articulates himself very well. To me, he's one of our best, if not our best, black scholars of the 21st century. I mean, when a person have their own creative thoughts, I can't say he's wrong or right. He may feel something that people don't see. You know what I mean? Like, everybody can't be in this conglomerate. Everybody just can't be in this conglomerate. So at the end of the day, he might feel something that we don't feel. Well, right. Based on donations, you're right about that. But his thought process, because he has to create the curriculum. The curriculum will be created by him, and I'm sure other people. If not, he's intelligent enough to create his own curriculum. That's the meat and potatoes right there, the curriculum. You could be inside of a classroom. You could be inside of a room. You could be inside of a house. You could be inside of a church. You could be anywhere you want. You can, if it's one child in that room, up to 1,000 kids, that curriculum has to stand for something, no matter what. You could teach outside, you could teach inside, but that curriculum is the meat and potatoes to the foundation of the school. That's the whole purpose of private school. When you got a charter school, charter schools are still ran by the state. Public schools are ran by the state. I'm going to keep it real with you. Dr. Umar changed over the years. That man is brilliant, but he's constantly asking for donations, and he wasn't like that in the beginning. Well, you got to remember one thing, brother. It takes about 500,000 to 5 million to build to start a private school, right? Then you got to think about the permits, right? You got to pay for that. We're not talking about a permit for a little house. We're talking about permits for a building. When you look at an average size school, you know how many spaces, how many rooms, basements, like it's so much going on that you have to make sure that every space is up properly, up and running. And that costs. And if it's not, then you got to get the contractors to come in and do it over again. Sometimes people got to knock down things and then rebuild it. These things are not easy, brother. Trust me. Some people just think you get a building and that's it. That's not it. I'm not. I don't even know Dr. Umar Johnson at all. But what I'm trying to tell you is getting a building isn't easy. You just don't get a building and just say, okay, I'm going to start doing what I'm doing. No, it's just like customs. If I get a pair of sneakers, right? We all know a lot of our sneakers is made in China. If they don't go through customs, then it doesn't work. If that building is not meeting the permit standards, then they got to do something over again. Again, I don't think he's doing anything wrong with the school. We could talk about some other stuff. That's fine. But I don't think he's doing anything wrong with the school. That school is not easy. Starting your own private school is not easy. Let's be clear. Well, I'm not here to. Listen, Chef Troy. I'm Tony. Oh, Chef Tony. I'm sorry, Chef Tony. I'm not here to say you right or wrong. See, that's the thing. I don't want to debate about that. How can I debate with you about you being right or wrong? That's not gonna get us nowhere. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. And I respect yours, brother. Facts. Facts. I didn't say he was a scammer. Wiggins TV. I didn't say he was a scammer. So in the U.S., the length of time banks can freeze your account depends on the reason for the freeze and the specific of your situation. I'm gonna read this again, and I'm just saying this. In the U.S., the length of time a bank can freeze your account depends on the reason for the freeze and the specifics of your situation. Here's the breakdown: minor issues for temporary fraud holds, right, or overdue payments. The freeze may only last 7 to 10 days until the issue is clarified or paid. Suspicious or illegal activities. In situations involving potential fraud or illegal activities, a bank can freeze your account and indefinitely while they investigate. The duration will depend on the complexity of the investigation and the legal requirements. All right, unpaid debts, court orders. If a court order uh, if the court orders a freeze due to unpaid debt, the account could remain frozen for around 2 to 3 weeks in a holding period. During this period, you have the opportunity to take action like negotiation with the creditors or challenge the court order. The freeze may continue until the debt is satisfied and alternative arrangement is reached. Tax obligations. Tax obligations. In case involving tax obligations or other legal disputes, there might be no set time for the freeze. It will remain frozen until a matter is resolved. So obviously, we looking at tax obligations. But if he had the building since 2019 and he turned the building, the name of the school, right? FDMG or FDGM, yeah, I think it's FDMG, became a tax exempt 501c3 in 2020, then what's the holdup and what's going on here? I don't think it's a wrap for him. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. Well, we don't got no choice but to wait, sit back and see. We don't have no choice but to sit back and see. But B McFly, I'm clocked out, man. I'll talk to y'all later. Don't forget, man, I dropped my book with Master P, me, Master P, Tiana Von Johnson, Darian Henson, co-written a book called Mastering Your Mental Health, Volume 1. You are not alone. All right? It's out on Amazon, not now, but right now. All right, and if you want your personal book with my autograph on it, yo, patch in. Go to B dot on Instagram. Go to B dot MCFLY underscore. B dot MCFLY underscore. All right, and send me a DM. If you're looking for promos on Instagram, send me a DM as well. I mean, it's not wrong with being a copycat as long as you copy the right cat and acknowledge the cat that you're copying. Now, I'm not saying I want to be like Dr. Umar Johnson, but I admire him for sure. I admire him for sure. I mean, shit. I want to copy the right cat, man. That's it. Let me copy the right cat, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me make it happen. That's the problem, man. Chef Tony, no doubt, man. 100, man. You know what I mean? I'm trying to copy the right cat, man, and get to these millions. You know what I mean? That's it. Break my family out of this financial deficit. You dig? Word. But yeah, I got over 400. I have over 400 followers across my social media platform. I have about 172,000 followers on TikTok, 152,000 followers on Instagram, it's about 60,000, over 60,000 on Facebook. Threads is about over 35,000 followers on Threads. And I'm just building this family up, this community up on YouTube. I'm just here to spread awareness, man. That's it. I'm not here to talk down on nobody. I'm here to, like, people be getting on these social sites, and I get it. People want to see a car crash. They want to see a car crash. Don't nobody want to say nothing positive. Don't nobody want to talk about nothing positive. And you ain't even got to be all positive. You can just be a personality, right? You can have fun, crack jokes. You can have things to offer, right? I have a program called Man Code. Man Code is the program. I have a program called Man Code, right? It's $1,200 to join. Man Code. I'm life coaching, right? You have access to me. We're doing positive things together, right? Do you understand that it's so many black men that don't have a safe space? It's so many black men, like 87% of the black men in America don't have no way to get help with mental health issues. Almost about as many black men that don't have life insurance. Do y'all understand that it's black men out here that just need help? No life coach, life insurance, no safe space to talk about, their problems or their issues. And they want to be a changed man, being a better father, being a better brother, a better husband, just a better person all around the board. We don't have programs, and I don't even want to say programs. We don't have nothing for black men. Salute. This is what I do. It's a bunch of guys on here. I be thinking they obsessed with each other. All they do is just talk about each other. Go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's like, damn, how many views are you going to get out the deal? So I got 2 books out. I have a children's book called Anybody Can Be McFly, and I also have a book that I I'm co-written with a few, celebrities like Master P, Tiana Von Johnson, Darian Henson, and a few other people, called Mastering Mental Health, right? Volume 1, You're Not Alone, right? And what if I ask for donations to put my books in different schools and different stores and put them in the communities or things of that nature? What if I ask for donations? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? I wrote 2 books. Am I wrong for saying, yo, buy my book? You know how many people probably share the same story as me? And they want to know, how did you get out of it? This guy, man, I'm about to tell you right now. This guy, y'all know about the guy, the Marine guy, Daniel Penny? Y'all know about the guy Daniel Penny, right? The term strangling refers to the fatal incident on a New York City subway where Daniel Penny, a former Marine, restrained Jordan Neely in a chokehold, leading to Neely's death. Watch this. How much money did Daniel Penny raise? Let's see. Daniel Penny legal defense fund raised over $2.9 million for his legal expenses related to the death of Jordan Neely. How fast? How fast? Let's see how fast it was. Daniel Penny's legal defense fund raised a significant amount of money very quickly, within less than a week. The fund, which was established after he was charged with manslaughter, accumulated nearly $2 million. He accumulated $2 million within a week. You had this man creating a school, and it took him years to accumulate hundreds of thousands of dollars. This man accumulated $2 million in a week.